Hey, it's NOOCH. And you know, we had previously looked at abilities that you should not upgrade, abilities that you were not going to get your bang for your buck by spending your elixirs upgrading them. And we went through the entire roster of LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed and looked at the, I guess basically it was the 10 to 12 worst abilities on some of the characters, maybe 10 characters, whatever. We looked at abilities not to upgrade. So NOOCH wants to bring now the abilities that you should upgrade that offer you a lot of value for your elixirs, a lot of extra abilities as you upgrade them. But as NOOCH went through the rosters of LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed, man, it was difficult to narrow down, 10 of them for the entire game. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to go by faction. So today we're starting with the pirates. We're going to look at the pirate abilities that you should upgrade. And then we'll go to Ninjagos. We'll go down the list of the factions that NOOCH had previously ranked in a previous video. We'll put the card up there right now for you. So let's talk about the pirates. What abilities are the most value for you to upgrade? And when we finish this whole thing, we will we'll take the top 10 of those and we'll pull them out and give them to you. So in the pirates, first of all, if you're using the Raft Raiders set, it is definitely this first ability, Boarding Party. At level 1, whenever a pirate hero damages a foe, one random hero has a 10% chance to assist and deal 10% damage. Well, when we move that up to max level, whenever a pirate hero damages a foe, one random hero has a 25% chance to assist and deal 30% damage. That's a 15% extra bonus chance to hit and 20% extra bonus damage. But if they're a pirate, they have another 15% chance to assist. So this is the absolute best value in Raft Raiders for upgrading and using your upgrade set materials to do it. Forbidden Island, this is going to be no surprise. It is the first ability, Swashbuckling Stars. At level 1, Pirate and Buccaneer heroes have their attack increased by 5% and their skill increased by 5%. But at level 5, it increases both by 20% and any other heroes are going to have their dodge increased by 10%. But just that extra 20%, you think of an extra from 1 to 5, 15% attack and skill on every pirate. That's a significant upgrade, and that is worth your upgrade for that first ability. And the fifth ability, or the fourth ability, I guess. Whenever Captain Redbeard deals damage, he has a 15% chance to do a bonus attack. That's a nice basic ability there. But at its max, whenever he deals damage, he has a 50%, a 1 in 2 chance to do a bonus attack, and has a 10% chance for debuffed foe to inflict 1 stack of Time Bomb on a random foe. So that's going to be another 50% chance, probably, to inflict a stack of Time Bomb. So those are the two abilities on the Raft Raiders that you're going to want to upgrade. Now let's jump into the pirates. Starting with Captain Valiant, and you're going to want to hang on here. We got a couple of possible surprises at the end. So with Captain Valiant, it is this one ability, I Am Rubber. At its base, this is his passive ability. Whenever Valiant has Taunt, his defense is increased by 15% and his max health is increased by 10%. It's a good ability to unlock. It increases his defense and health when he's taunting. Can't go wrong with that. But when you max it out, it increases his defense by 35% and his max health by 25%. That's another 20% defense and another 15% health. And yeah, there's not a lot of extra stuff. Normally in these upgrades, we're going to be looking for more things because you'll get more as you go along. That's the exact same from beginning to end. It's just a bigger upgrade, but those bigger upgrades are worth a lot because Valiant's going to be taunting on your team. Next, we're going to go with Redbeard. I don't know there's going to be a bunch of surprises here, but let's look at these ability upgrades because they are stunning. The Salty Seas, at level 1, it clears 1 to 3 random debuffs from all heroes, regardless if they're pirate or not, and grants pirate heroes skill up 1 for 2 turns. That's pretty good. But at level 5, it clears 3 random debuffs, period, from all heroes. Every hero gets 3 debuffs cleared. It grants pirate heroes skill up 2 for 2 turns and clears all remaining debuffs from all pirates get all their debuffs cleared. It heals Buccaneer heroes for 10% of their max health, plus 5% bonus heal for each foe inflicted with a debuff. I mean, you could have 10% of their max health, and if 5 foes are inflicted with debuffs, that's 35% of their max health they're going to heal for. This upgrade is phenomenal, and that's the extra stuff we're talking about from beginning to end. Lucy, calling the shark, Lucy, deals 120% damage to target foe and has a 50% chance to inflict 1 stack of damage over time for 2 turns. Okay. At its max, it deals 165% damage to target foe. That's a 40% damage increase. And has a 100% chance to inflict 2 stacks of damage over time for 2 turns. That's fine. If there were 3 or more buffs on the target, or it is a justice target, this inflicts stun, which cannot be resisted. That stun is a massive upgrade. It comes in at level 4, but just upgrading this ability, you can see the extra you get. That stun is unbelievable. Captain's Presence. Whenever another pirate hero takes damage, Redbeard has a 20% chance to counter against the attacking foe. This is the ability that you're stacking with. When Redbeard attacks, he has a 50% chance to attack again from Forbidden Island, because that stacks on top of this as well. When it's maxed out, whenever another pirate hero takes damage, Redbeard has a 30% chance to counter against the attacking foe. That's an extra 10% chance, which isn't a lot. But if the hero's a buccaneer, another 30% bonus chance to counter. And your buccaneers are not everybody but Valiant, basically, in the team. You're going to be using... Well, we'll talk about the buccaneers in a second. At the end of his turn, if Redbeard has a debuff, he has a 50% chance to inflict one of his debuffs on the foe with the lowest number of debuffs. That's all right. But the chance to counter with a 30% bonus chance to counter with a buccaneer is what we're really looking at, because Redbeard's a buccaneer, Argenta's a buccaneer, Scarlett's a buccaneer, Yorick's not, Hank's a buccaneer. These guys are all buccaneers. I mean, there's just buccaneers everywhere. Might have given away a little bit of a surprise there, but we'll come back to it. Okay, Redbeard's ultimate. Guys, this one is redonkulous. This one has to make the top 10. I don't know any way it's not going to when we get down to it. At its base level, it's awesome at its base level. It deals 175% damage to the target foe. It clears debuff immunity. The only reason it says that is to point out that you cannot resist it. All this is going to happen. It inflicts grit down 1 for 2 turns and speed down 1 for 2 turns. These debuffs cannot be resisted. That's level 1. 175%, remember that. At its max, it's 275% damage. NOOCH has not found any other ability, ultimate or otherwise, that increases damage by 100%. It inflicts debuff immunity, inflicts grit down 2, speed down 2, and clumsy. Clumsy is huge. That means your opponent is going to miss their next attack. These debuffs cannot be resisted. For each other foe that has 3+ debuffs, which you're going to get a lot of with pirates, it inflicts grit down 2 for 3 turns, speed down, and clumsy. So this can hit everybody on the team if they've all got 3 or more debuffs. That is unbelievable, and that is... Golly, it's going to be hard to top that one as we go through these abilities and see other factions and their abilities as well. Okay, on Argenta. First, we got Take No Prisoners. At its base level, it deals 75% damage to target foe, plus 5% damage for each other debuff on the target. And deals 20% damage to all other foes. That's a really good ability. But at its max, it also has a 60% chance to inflict Dizzy on the target foe for 2 turns. And if you watch the Master events, that Dizzy comes in so important when you're trying to get Master Wu. So you need to get this up to at least, well, what is it, level 3 to get that Dizzy. But that can even inflict Redbeard, because Redbeard can't counterattack if he has Dizzy. So if you get a Dizzy on Redbeard, like you're playing a pirate versus pirate, that's huge. If the target is a builder, plus a 40%, so it's a guarantee, it's a 100% chance. Deals 90% damage to each target foe. That's an extra 15% damage, but it deals an extra 10% bonus damage for each debuff on the target, and deals 30% damage to all other foes, plus 10% bonus damage for each debuff on them. It just keeps stacking. It just keeps going. This keeps upgrading and looking so good. And then also on Argenta, Loyalty to the Captain, her passive. At the start of combat, Princess Argenta's skill is increased by 3% for each pirate hero. And when it's maxed out at the start of combat, Princess Argenta's skill is increased by 10% for each pirate hero. So you're going, if you have 5 pirate heroes, you're going from 15% increase in skill to 50% increase in skill. But also, if Captain Brickbeard is an active hero, Princess Argenta gains 15% bonus damage for each active Buccaneer hero. If you've got 5 Buccaneer heroes, that's 75% bonus damage on every attack she does. You guys, loyalty to the captain gives you bang for the buck for spending your elixirs. All right, Scarlett. You can see NOOCH does not have Scarlett. We're not going to have these last 3 characters here. We're going to look at these upgrades, though, because these upgrades are still awesome. Frothy Fury. Frothy Fury. All right. At level 1, it deals 90% damage to the target foe and clears all buffs from them. Very strong. Clearing all those buffs is strong. At level 5, it deals 115% damage. It clears all buffs from them. And if Scarlett has 65% or more health, has a 70% chance to inflict the debuff equivalent for each buff cleared from the target. So if she's got more than 65% health, you get a 70% chance to turn all those buffs into debuffs on that target. That is awesome. That adds so much to that ability. Next, Slurpy Slurp. I think her abilities have the best names, by the way. Slurpy Slurp. Okay, so she heals she heals herself for 20% of her max health, and Scarlett has taunt. The duration is increased by 1. Well, that's nice. At its max, she heals herself for 35% of her max health, has a 65% chance to gain 1 stack of heal over time for 1 turn for each foe that is inflicted with debuffs. So if you have 5 foes inflicted with debuffs, she could gain 5 stacks of heal over time. And then when her next turn hits, she's going to be healing just automatically with those heals over time. That's a big deal and a big upgrade. And finally, Shanty Legend. You're a Shanty Legend, mate. At the start of battle, Scarlett gains 3% defense for each pirate hero on the team. Whenever another hero falls below 50% health, Scarlett gains taunt for 1 turn. That's kind of her big thing, right? That when somebody else falls below 50% health, she gains taunt. Well, at its max, at the start of the battle, she gains 6% defense for each pirate hero on the team. So she's going from 15 up to 30% defense. When another hero falls below 50%, she gains taunt for 1 turn. If the hero is a buccaneer, she gains defense up 2 for 1 turn. I believe that's a 30% more increase in defense. And whenever she has taunt, damage taken is decreased by 3% for each debuff on the foe team up to a maximum of 10 debuffs. So you're going to give her 30% defense, 30% more defense from defense up 2, and maybe 30% more damage decrease because of that last. Those, you just keep going. This is another one. Just keeps going and going and improving and improving. Upgrade that ability. Hey, here's a surprise. Skeleton Yorick, the pirate. His third ability, Jolly Bones. At its base level, it deals 60% damage to the target foe and 10% damage for each pirate hero, each active pirate hero. At its max level, it deals 75% damage to target foe, not a lot of difference, plus 10% bonus damage for each active pirate hero. Well, that's the same. Wait a minute, we're getting there. Has a 100% chance to inflict dodge down 2 and grit down 2 on the target for 2 turns. All heroes gain attack up 2 for 2 turns, and pirate heroes also gain speed up 2 for 2 turns, and you don't get this until it's at level 5. Those are huge. Attack up 2, speed up 2 for 2. If you can use Yorick and your pirate team and get this special off when it's maxed out, you are going to be looking. It's almost like having Locust on your pirate team. Finally, another surprise with Hank the Castaway. There are a lot of awesome ability upgrades here. If we start with Monkey Business, at its base level, deals 90% damage to target foe, has a 40% chance to do a bonus attack. If this attack is a critical hit, the duration of all debuffs on the foe is increased by 1. That's actually pretty staunch right off the bat. But at its max level, it deals 115% damage to target foe, has a 60% chance for a bonus attack, plus 3% bonus chance per debuff on the foe team up to a maximum of 10 debuffs. So that could be another 30% chance for that second attack, that bonus attack. And if it's a critical hit, the duration of all debuffs is increased by 1. So what you're going to see with Hank is if there are a lot of debuffs on the opposing team, which Pirates put a lot of debuffs out there, he's going to be kind of a monster if you upgrade these abilities. Fly fishing. deals 100% damage to target foe, plus 3% damage for each debuff on the foe team up to a maximum of 10 debuffs. There again, if they have debuffs, he's doing extra bonus damage of 30%. At its max, deals 125% damage to target foe, plus 10% bonus damage for each debuff on the foe team to a maximum of 10. That goes from a maximum of 30% to a maximum of 100% bonus damage, and you've already got 25% damage stacked on that. And if the target has 3+ debuffs, has a 75% chance to inflict defense down for 2 turns on each foe, which can't be resisted. That's extra damage more on everybody. I'm telling you guys, these abilities on these pirates, and NOOCH doesn't even have Hank. I mean, we need to go get Hank next time this event comes out. At the start of the Valiant, a critical injury. This is our last one to look at with the pirates. Critical injury. At the start of battle, Castaway gains 2% critical damage for each Buccaneer on the team. That's going to be 10% critical damage, right? Upgraded. At the start of the battle, Castaway gains 5%. That's going to be 25%. That's a 15% increase. And at the end of his turn, if the total number of debuffs on the foe team is 5 or more, all other pirate heroes gain attack up 1 for 1 turn. If the total number is 8 or more, Castaway gains prepared, which means his next hit will be critical. These upgrades that NOOCH has reviewed are going to be amazing for your pirate team. They're all worth the bang for your buck. You might be surprised Cook Bart's not in there. The thing is that Cook Bart comes as kind of a plug and play. You should upgrade his abilities if you're using him, but those ability upgrades are not as valuable as the ones we just reviewed. And that's what we got today. We're going to come back next time to review the Ninjago abilities that are going to be your best bang for your buck to upgrade. And we'll keep going from there till we get through all the factions. And once we've done all the factions, we'll try to pick out like the top 10 or 15 and bring them to you so you can know which abilities you should spend your elixirs on in LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed. And remember, NOOCH too good. Hey, thanks for watching. You can see NOOCH's contributors up there. You can subscribe over here on the Darth Vader icon, and you can watch more videos over there. We'll see you next time.